Hello and welcome. For the next few minutes, we're going to walk through a really simple practice. It's all about protecting your most valuable resource, your own energy. So let's just dive right in. Does this sound familiar to you? You hear the word yes coming out of your mouth, but oh man, every part of you inside is just screaming no. It's this quiet, really draining pattern, and trust me, if you've been there, you are definitely not alone. Or hey, maybe you feel like a sponge sometimes. You're just soaking up all the stress, the moods, the endless demands from everyone around you until you are just completely full. It's that feeling of carrying way, way more than your nervous system was ever designed to hold. So if any of that is ringing a bell, then this practice is absolutely for you. We're going to explore something called soft boundaries. And no, this is not about building some kind of hard armor that puts walls up between you and other people. It's actually the opposite. It's a kinder, it's a clearer, and honestly, a much more doable way to protect your peace. Okay, so to begin, just find a comfortable seat wherever you are. Let your feet rest on the ground, really feel that solid connection. Let your shoulders drop down away from your ears. Maybe even unclench your jaw. Just take a second to arrive right here. So what in the world is a soft boundary? Well, to put it simply, it's just a way to protect your time, your energy, and your attention that is both kind in its tone and totally clear in what it's saying. See, the goal isn't to push people away. It's to figure out how to stay sustainably in connection with them and with yourself. And here you can really see the difference. Soft boundaries, they use a kind tone. Hard armor can feel like an attack, right? Soft boundaries offer clear content, while hard armor is just rigid, end of story. But here's the most important part. One protects your energy, while the other just builds walls. Now, with that idea in mind, let's do a quick, gentle check-in. Just ask yourself, where am I over-carrying something right now? Is it somebody else's mood? Maybe a few extra tasks at work? A phone that's just blowing up with messages? Just notice. No judgment at all, just notice. Before we can even find the right words, we have to find the space to choose them. And that space, it always starts in the body. So we're going to use a single paced breath to send a signal to our nervous system that says, hey, there's no emergency here. It lowers that sense of urgency that makes us say yes way too quickly. Let's do one together. Just a gentle inhale through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. And now a long, slow exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel that? That little bit of calm, that is where your power to choose lives. Okay, so with a little more space in the body, let's start to shape the actual words for our soft boundaries. Take a look at these. Notice how simple and direct they are. They are not apologies. They're just clear, respectful statements about your capacity. Let's just try one out in your mind. How about, I'm at capacity right now, so I'll pass. And yeah, it is completely normal if the first thing that shows up when you try that is a wave of guilt. So if you feel that, here's a simple, powerful response. Just place a hand on your chest or your stomach and offer yourself a silent line of kindness. Silently, you can just say to yourself, it's okay to choose my pace. This isn't about their urgency. It's about your capacity. You have to give yourself that permission. And here's a really powerful reframe for you. Every no you offer creates the space for a much more important yes. Saying no to that extra task is saying yes to your own rest. Saying no to that draining meeting is saying yes to your focus. It's not a rejection, it's a priority. Let this be your anchor for the tone. You do not have to choose between being clear and being warm. You can be both. You can be firm in your boundary, but kind in your delivery. Let that really sink in for a second. Clear and warm, I can be both. So how do we actually put this into practice when we're put on the spot? Well, we can use a super simple 3-step rehearsal. Pause, choose, and phrase. Let's walk through it. Step 1 is everything. Pause. Instead of that instant yes, just take one single breath, like the one we just practiced. Your first boundary can be as simple as, let me check on that and get back to you. That pause is your power. Now, in that little pocket of space you've just created, you move to step 2. Choose. Ask yourself this: what is one small thing I can do here that protects my energy but also stays respectful? The key word there is small. We are not looking for some perfect, grand solution, just a slightly better one. And finally, step 3, phrase. Pick one of those simple sentences and just say it gently. And here is the key, okay? If you feel that urge to over-explain or apologize, just soften your volume instead. Do not soften the boundary itself. And as you practice this, I bet you're going to hear a very familiar voice pipe up. That inner critic, right? The one that says, "You're being selfish. You're letting them down." And here is your immediate, compassionate comeback for that thought. I'm responsible for my energy, and caring for it actually helps me care for others better. This isn't selfish. It is sustainable. You literally cannot pour from an empty cup. Okay, to make this real, let's commit to one tiny action today. Just look at this list. Could you mute a distracting group chat for just 1 hour? Could you block 15 minutes on your calendar for nothing? Just choose one thing that feels almost too easy to do, and then do it. Let's close with our anchor, kind and clear. Take one final easy breath in and out. Thank you so much for taking this time for yourself. And remember, you are allowed to protect your energy. Be on your own side.